Hey everyone, it's Fim over here. If you want to keep updated with the latest from Maroon Talk, make sure to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You may also follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Pocket Casts, Breaker, Overcast, and Radio Public. UP Fight!
Pero yung natawa ko, yung sa description sa kanila, si Barack Obama was labeled as former Chicago resident. Tapos si Bill Clinton was, mas okay naman yung kay Clinton. Kasi
former
Arkansas governor. So, ewan ko, bakit naman yun yung all the labels that they could give them? Yun yung ibigay nila kay...
Laman lang president.
Oo, ewan ko ah. That's one thing I noticed. Welcome to Maroon Talk, the only segment dedicated for anything and everything UP Fighting Maroons. I am Fim Moran, batch 2010 from UP Los Baños.
Enzo Rigondola, batch 2010 from UP Diliman.
David Verona Jr., your boy LVJ, batch 2010, UP Los Baños.
Yeah, boy.
Jake Del Rosario, aka Jake Del Ro, batch 2019 from the Ateneo.
Alright. The boys are back with the talk of the town as of today. Of course, we're going to talk about the one and only The Last Dance, the 10-part docu-series special, whatever you call it, which was highly anticipated in the past few months. Just a brief intro about it. It's a 10-part special. So the first 2 episodes were released today. It's Monday here in Manila, and it's gonna be coming out every Monday for 5 weeks. So when I checked my calendar, matatapos siya May 18. So it's more or less a month or so na we'll be enjoying this every week, and we have something to look forward to every week. It airs ng gabi sa States, Sunday ng gabi, 9 p.m. But then here in Manila, it gets released ng 3 p.m. sa Netflix. But if you have the special skills like Jake, you can watch it at real time.
Piracy skills.
So by kumbaga ano yun? Same time US airing.
Yes.
If you really want to not get spoiled and see the series as early as you can. The episodes last about an hour or so, 50 minutes.
50 minutes
per episode. So kanina, again, there were 2. Nung sine-check kung may title yung episode ng episode, wala pala. Episode 1, episode 2 lang yung pangalan. So yun lang talaga yung ano. Kayo ba? Paano kayo nakanood kanina?
Netflix.
Sabay bang as in 3 o'clock? Yung siya,
3 o'clock.
Hintayin nyo siya talaga siya. Okay. Ako medyo busy ako sa work today, kaya hindi ko siya medyo na-delay pa ako. Good for you guys na, even you Jake, you watch it this morning, no?
Yeah, nakanood ako ng mga 9 in the morning. Kasi I found some live streams online. Pero
nasimulan mo siya?
Yeah.
Okay, so buo. Okay, it's good for you. Kayo, Zoe, Levi, paanong style nyo kanina? Buo bang sinabay nyo ng magkasunod na first episode and second episode, ganyan?
Oo, magkasunod. Bitin nga eh.
Bitin, no?
May konti akong break kasi muna ako. Nagdilig, merienda. Ako pinanood yung second episode.
Nagsimula ako mga 6 p.m. So talagang, tapos kita nyo naman, nasa Chicago tayo ngayon. Sa United Center tayo. Yung statue ni Jordan somewhere dyan.
Via satellite.
Medyo off-season ngayon, so walang tao. Kaya yan. Okay, let's put into context ano bang meron dito sa sa series na to. It gives an in-depth look into the final year of the dynasty ng Jordan era ng Chicago Bulls. The year was 1998. Sabihin mo natin kung nasan tayo nung panahon na yun. Jake, were you even born yet?
Barely.
Bakit?
1 year.
97 ka ba?
97 baby ako.
Okay. Sabi ni Enzo,
Sakto lang.
At least you were there already. You were alive. Kami ni Enzo were in senior prep. Enzo Bell.
97.
97, 98. Ano, 97,
Junior
98
prep
ka.
yan.
Junior prep.
Wala pa ako sa Zobel nun.
Ganun ba?
98 ako pumasok dun eh. So, nasa ibang school pa ako.
Wala pa. St.
Oo.
Jude. St. Jude ka ba?
Hindi, sa QC. Somewhere sa QC.
Okay. So yun.
Yun.
Prep pa kami ni Zo. Ikaw, Levi.
Same thing. Kinder ako noon.
I was
4 years old.
5, 6.
Yeah.
Oo, yun.
Yeah.
It was also the time na nagsisimula na ako mag-Milo Best, ganyan. So, in a way, kahit pa paano, hindi ko malala kung napanood. Alam ko napapanood ko na yung Bulls Jazz series ng finals ng mga panahon na yun. Hindi ko lang malala kung live ko siya napapanood. Pero sure ako, napanood ko yung game na gumanon si Jordan. Pagkatapos siya mag-game winner.
Parod mo live.
Hindi ko malala eh. Yung live yun eh. Pero napanood ko siya. Kasi at that time, hindi ko naman alam kung meron ng kung pinapalabas dito yung games na live na. Kasi di ba wala pa namang basketball TV. Wala pa namang yung talaga.
Ano pa yung pinapalabas? ESPN, Star Sports.
Ganun. Doon sila. So, yeah, 98. So, in a way, I was also aware na of the NBA landscape kahit pa paano. Kasi ang first game ko sa PlayStation 1 was NBA Live 95 or 97. 97 nata. Ang cover pa nun si Antoine Walker. Kung di ako nagkakamali. Or iba. Hindi ako sure eh. Parang siya.
Talaga, naging cover athlete pala yun.
Hindi ako sure ah. Parang siya eh.
Galing pala siya, no?
Naging cover siya ng live.
Ako na ako kasing nalaro, live 2000 eh.
2000 siya yan.
Duncan.
Si Duncan. Tapos, si Jordan nun, wala, di ba? Ang nakalagay lang sa
Then,
si player.
nandun na siya nun. Nandun na siya. Yun yung, alam ko na sa cover na nakasulat, Jordan is back.
Talaga?
Ang alam ko. Nandun siya sa 90s East Legends.
Kasi may nilalala din ako na game na live. Hindi ko lang alam kung ano year. Wala si Jordan eh. Siguro ito yung wala siya talaga. Mas ang pangalan niya.
Baka yung year
si
before
Jordan.
nun.
Yung 99 siguro 98. Pero, yun. Pasanin pala naman natin yung Chicago gear ni Zoe na shirt. Ba't kami nga? Bulls fan ka ba? Hindi naman Bulls fan eh.
Regalo lang to sa akin. Regalo lang.
Sorry po, wala akong Bulls equipment. Meron lang akong Chicago Cubs na hat. So ito lang yung represent ko ngayon. Yan. Okay. Yun. Sige, let's talk about the series. Episode 1 started with an overall look of the 98 Bulls. That's how it started. Anyone of you who want to expound? Jake?
Basically,
Sige.
sige. Yung episode 1, parang siya, yun nga, overview. Kumbaga yung pre-season 1997. Or yung off-season pala, off-season. Doon sinasabi na parang Jerry Krause, the general manager of Chicago then, was thinking of blowing up the team to rebuild kasi parang nasa tail end na ng careers yung mga players nila allegedly. So, yun, parang merong dark cloud hanging over the team yung time na yun. So, yun yung episode 1. Tapos, it also went into yung younger days ni Jordan, yung college days niya, paano siya napunta sa Chicago. Yun. Basically, that's how the episode went.
Yun yung nagiging medyo parang flow nung series. It starts with it goes to the 90s. I mean, 98, the final season of the Bulls. It's pabalik siya minsan to yung simula ni Jordan as a rookie, as a sophomore. At least for the first 2 episodes. So, parang ganoon yung trend. Nagiging back and forth sa ngayon. Yung flow. So, but the main characters who were showcased in the first 2 episodes were Scotty and Michael. No? Sila palang lately, for now, yung pinapalabas.
Oo, sila pala.
Sige, Jake, anything you want to share? The first
so far,
episode.
overall impressions, I think, well, una sa lahat, it's not just a Michael Jordan documentary, but it's a Chicago Bulls documentary. I think tunit yun ni Carlo a while ago sa Twitter na the docu doesn't just focus on MJ, even though he's the lead character, but it revolves around the entire organization as a whole. And sobrang interesting yung mga tidbits ni Scotty. Obviously, ni Michael Jordan, but I think also Phil Jackson is another key supporting cast. And I guess later on in the series, as we go along, I'd expect a lot more tidbits, a lot more interesting nuggets from guys like Dennis Rodman, Steve Kerr,
actually,
all the other supports that make up that Bulls team.
Sige, Levi, ikaw.
Siguro sa akin it's just an eye-opener, obviously, especially for kids, no? Yung era natin, relatively younger pa rin tayo eh. We grew up in the, sabihin na natin, Kobe, Tim Duncan, Steve Nash days.
LeBron. Oo.
Yun, and LeBron eventually, di ba? So that's kind of the era where we started really watching basketball or paying attention. So this is a nice, fresh look at that season in particular. Say we all thought na sobrang dali lang for the Bulls, winning 6 championships. Yung pala ang daming adversity in the last year and how they had to overcome that.
Sakto, bilang nabanggit na ni Levi, I was actually gonna bank on that thought already. Na who would have thought na this type of dilemma was facing the Bulls at that period, no? Because everyone thought they were an invincible team. They had the stardom, they had all the glamour in the world. Everyone knew who they were. But then again, if you look deep inside that team, ang dami palang naging problema, di ba? And it goes to show then na that's how difficult it is to win one championship in any league, in any major league. And they did it twice, na three-peat pa. So, not a lot of people know what a team goes through when all those blood, sweat, and tears come together to gain that success that we've all been looking for.
Yes.
At that, hindi naman natin alam kasi, at hindi ko magets That's about 22 years already ago. Hindi ko alam kung bakit ngayon lang nilabas tong mga footage na to. So like, where has it been this whole time? Wherein there was a film crew who was shooting the 98 Bulls for one whole season. Kasi ngayon lang pinagsama-sama yung mga footage na yun, di ba? Ewan ko, that's the first thing that went into my mind when this series was announced in public. Do you have the same thoughts?
Siguro wala lang kasing dati. Parang, okay, may film crew. Pero siguro at that time, it was for the purpose of documentation. Ganun lang. Without thinking of making a film out of it, a documentary out of it. So wala talaga. Parang, meron lang silang files. Siguro yung Chicago Bulls team, yung media group nila. Okay, meron tayong ganito. Kung sino man yun, di ba? Tapos naisip nila na, uy, parang magandang gawing ano to. Doon naisip na Netflix o ng ESPN. Ba't di nyo gawing ano yan? Ba't di nyo gawing documentary yan? Tapos interview tayo ngayon ng mga players na yan, yung mga figures at that time. Interview natin today. Balikan natin. Siguro ganun, di ba?
Oo. And yun na nga eh. And even if it's still a long way already, I mean, how many decades already that passed? It still is a relevant, ano ba, issue or what do you say? Relevant pa rin yung kwento
Topic.
nila. Kumbaga, yung kwento nung 98 Bulls into the basketball landscape. Kayo, Levi, Jake, what do you think about it?
I saw some stories regarding what really transpired, mga theories, no? Now when kasi ang may rights dun sa films was Michael Jordan himself. So he had the
Okay.
last say. Yeah, he had the last say what to decide on those films. So from of course the moment these were recorded in 1998. So there was this theory na, you know, the moment LeBron won his third championship, 2016 to,
Yes.
no, won his third championship, and then that was the same season. Golden State had a 73-9 record, so the talk of the town was, wow, Warriors better than the Bulls, 72-10 season. Is
That LeBron is
LeBron
the GOAT
the GOAT,
conversation.
making
Yeah.
a chase for that status. So the
Mm.
theory was that suddenly Jordan, decided na I have to give these fools some kind of history lesson, some kind of
Yes.
refresher.
Mm.
And suddenly he throws the documentary out there in the public. I mean, if that's, of course, let's give Michael Jordan benefit of the doubt. I don't think he would be that petty, especially for his age
Oh,
now.
Mm.
But if that's one of the, I mean, if that's the case, then that's certainly something very smart of him to do. Just really remind, these guys na, hello, I'm the goat right here. You are all missing. It's nice kasi kung nakita yung mga tweets today, I think all of the players are tweeting about it, especially the younger ones. Kaya sina
yeah.
Donovan,
Oo.
sina Ben Simmons. These are the younger ones.
Kasi, Jake, I see you nodding your head. I think you want to say something.
I
Sige
agree
lang.
a lot kasi with those points kasi one major element, and I guess this is to give Jordan credit. This documentary just shows how much he respects the game because uh, I think the year he got injured, nung na foot injury siya, parang the Bulls management was very hesitant to even put him back on the court. So the compromise was to just play him for about 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So that alone, like, really pissed off Jordan. And even in '98, nung the team was thinking about rebuilding, blowing up the franchise, go to a different direction, parang it really did not go against it. It went against Jordan's favor. So it just shows you how much he really did not like the idea of tanking and the idea of load management, which is very common in today's NBA. You see Kawhi sitting out games
Yes,
to
I
preserve
agree.
his body. You see the Sixers trusting the process. So in this documentary alone, you see Jordan holding the middle finger against the concept of tanking and load management.
Yeah. Oh. And considering the game was very, very different back then. The physicality was was miles away from what we have now. And despite all that, he still gives his 100% every game. Which in the second episode, yung ano yun, si Paris, we saw them. This was the 97 off season wherein Jordan was playing without Scotty and Dennis Rodman. He had an exhibition game in Paris and he went all out. If you were to play that with the players you have now, you won't even see. I mean, there's a big chance now we won't see the superstars play or even be there with the team to play alongside the non-NBA teams di ba? Sige Enzo, anong thoughts mo dyan?
Grabe talaga yun. Dami ko nakita na parang fresh things eh. Kasi parang alam natin as basketball fans yung highlights, di ba? Yung six championships nila, yung big three nila, yung magaling nilang coach. Pero underneath all of that, meron pala silang GM na parang kagalit nila lahat basically. At least by episode 2 parang ganun na yung lumalabas. Like, parang ayaw ni Scottie Pippen sa kanya. Si Phil Jackson hindi rin nakasundo. Parang ganun, ano mo yun? Despite that, they won 6 championships.
Yeah.
Yun yung ano sa akin. Parang yun yung pinaka mind-boggling sa akin. Yung pinapanood ko yung 2 episode.
And to think of it, this is an almighty Bulls team already na may ganun palang problema sa manager. So what more yung mga little teams, di ba, na can't even make the playoffs. So most probably have these kinds of problems as well. So ito yung mga hindi nakita ng fans when it comes to seeing the game as a whole. Kasi yun nga, dati naman meron na naman mga NBA inside stuff before, but syempre it just focuses on the good side of the game. Hindi naman makita dyan talaga yung mga negative aspects na malalaman about yung mga ganyan, yun nga, yung mga politics inside the team, the organization, ganyan. So that's one moment na we saw that was a big factor for the team during that last dance. Sino pwedeng mag-explain bakit last dance yung tinitle nito? Siguro Levi. I'm sure you have the para lang kung mga ginakakalam.
Hindi, wala. So, yun, for the benefit of everyone, dun nga sa, I'm not sure which episode it was, pero Coach Phil Jackson
Episode 1.
Folder kung saan sinulat niya or printed sa very first page ng folder na I don't know, I think has the outlook for the season. Nakalagay is it the last dance ? Because obviously Phil Jackson was signed to his final year. Regardless of the outcome, it was his final year. That was definite. And so parang yun na yung naging tema, running theme ng kanilang training camp all season long. Is this the last dance?
And this was the time na hindi na rin hindi, it was established na it was gonna be his last year with the Bulls.
Yeah. That was clear.
It was an agreement between him and Jerry Krause.
Management, yes.
Okay, tama. Sige, let's talk about some of the main people now we've been seeing in the first 2 episodes. Of course, we have Jerry Reinsdorf, the owner of the Chicago Bulls and the Chicago White Sox, the baseball team. Of course, Jerry Krause, he was the general manager of the team. I think he was also the one who drafted Michael Jordan in the 80s. Umabot siya hanggang sa last year nung dynasty na yun. Also, we got Scottie Pippen, of course, Michael Jordan. Phil Jackson was also there in the first 2 episodes, and iba yung mga, hindi ko nakuha yung names nung mga reporters sa iba. But we also saw Steve Kerr and John Paxson sharing their views and the inside info they had in these episodes. Yun. One moment that I really saw special in this first 2 episodes was Charles Oakley. Not many people will remember na Charles Oakley was part of the Bulls back in the 80s. And knowing his type of play, kumbaga for me, I noticed na siya pala yung naging unang Dennis Rodman ni Michael Jordan when he was still a young guy in the NBA. Kasi he's a type of enforcer and a player who would be at the back of his team, be behind his teammates whenever kailangan ng physical presence or rest back, kumbaga. So, it was sad pala na he got traded in 1988 to the Knicks for, hindi ko lang maalala ko sino. Sinabi ba dun sa basta he got traded for someone else. Tapos, from there, nag-iba yung outlook ni Jordan at least for some years before Rodman came in. So yun nga, wala siyang enforcer who really had his back, unlike Charles Oakley did. So kumbaga, they were close, but then yun nga, as Jordan mentioned in the episode, they had a good partnership, kaya lang they weren't meant to win, di ba? Sayang. Could have been pretty much star-crossed, pero I'm sure he learned so much from that type of veteran na si Charles Oakley. How about you guys? Ano pang moments na pinaka na-notice nyo for the first 2 episodes?
Ako talaga. Si Jerry Krause talaga.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi meron siyang controversial quote na sinabi na players don't win championships, organizations do. Tapos nilinaw niya na he was misquoted. It was players alone don't win championships, organizations do. So, nung narinig ko yun, tapos nagagalit yung players sa kanya, iniisip ko, parang tama naman siya.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi, hindi mo naman pwedeng ipin yung championships sa players lang. Kasi, if that were the case, dapat nag-champion yung Lakers noong 2004. Dapat nag-champion yung Miami Heat noong 2011. Dapat nag-champion yung 73-9 Warriors noong 2016.
Yeah.
Diba? So it's not all about the players. I mean, yeah, they're the ones on the court and the coaches. They're the ones on the court who actually win you the championship. Pero it's not them who brings the team together. It's the organization. It's the general manager. It was Jerry Krause who built that team.
Yeah.
Diba? So yung nag-sign ng mga players na yan, yung sinurround niya kay Jordan na supporting cast, hindi naman yung players yun na kahit na gano'ng kagaling si Jordan, without that good body around him, hindi sila mananalo they wouldn't even win one.
Yeah.
Diba? So I don't get the point of view of, I understand it kinda, yung players na nagsasabi na binabash si Krause for saying that. Even the players today and yung sentiments sa Twitter regarding that quote na very negative against Krause. Pero kung titignan mo talaga, tama yun
Yeah.
I mean, as a GM, your job is to build a team. Diba? So, if you think as a GM na babagsak yung team mo based on the players that you have now, it's your job to let them go.
Yeah. Not only the players. He also brought Phil Jackson to the table, to the Bulls.
Yun na nga, diba?
As Jerry Reinsdorf mentioned, he brought Phil Jackson as an assistant coach to sino nga yan? Whoever the coach was in.
Basta.
Pero
so yun.
Si Tex Winter was also part of the coaching staff di ba? The proprietor of the Triangle Offense. He was part ng 80s. Okay. How about you, Jake? What were the moments na got you?
I think for me, apart from all the stories and narratives regarding Jordan, the biggest or the moment that really shook me to my core was when we found out that Scottie signed a 7-year, $18 million contract. Because when you compare the contracts then and now, you can really tell how much the game has changed. Like 7 years, 18 million in today's NBA is like a veteran's minimum.
Oh.
The fact that role players are earning triple, if not even quadruple, of what Scotty's contract was back then. It really shows how much power the players have more compared to the 90s when it was really about ownership. And I guess that's why nilalait ng mga players si Jerry Krause. Like, as much as that quote was correct, it's really, you could also go to the history of the relationship. And I think you can really tell that Scotty really despised Jerry Krause, and even Jordan for that matter. It was really such a sour relationship. And to me, the fact that Scotty only signed that type of contract, you can really tell something was up. And I think there was one interesting quote that Scotty mentioned sa press conference. Like, nung sabi niya na his day will come, when he was referring to the bigger max contracts and all. So the fact that Scotty just stayed the course and just sucked it up for one more year, like, again, like Jordan even gave him credit na those 6 rings don't happen without Scotty.
Tama. Wait lang. Mag-ano tayo? Mag-end tayo ng meron pa tayong 3 minutes. Mag-end ulit yung meeting eh. So, ulit na lang tayo. Ayun, tuloy lang. Bago link ulit.
Oh my God!
So, yeah, talking about Scottie Pippen, yun nga, siguro not a lot of people knew na he had that type of contract as well. Actually, yung part na yun, hindi ko masyado na-gets. So, isipin mo, diba, 7-year contract. Sa time ngayon, parang wala din masyado, ang pinaka-max ata, 5 years
Four.
lang.
Parang 4 na lang ata eh.
Yun ang common, di ba? So, having a 7-year contract nowadays is kind of far-fetched in a way. Kasi most players want to see where the future is, where they want to play in at most 3 years nga lang eh, di ba? And that's already a long time actually with the players you have now.
Tingin ko dapat hindi sinay ni Scottie Pippen yun.
Ano nga ba hindi ko siya nag-get yung part eh. Ano bang nangyari? Ba't siya napilitan mag-sign?
Yun nga eh, parang
ano ba?
balikan yun eh. Kasi
parang
wala eh. For me, hindi siya smart move eh.
This was signed sa ano ba niya? Sa rookie year? Hindi no. Kumbaga ito yung second contract niya. Second contract kumbaga.
Oo.
Tama. Yeah, so in essence, as we saw sa second episode, which mainly started with how Scottie Pippen got drafted, how he started playing basketball, his roots, where he came from, and then it ended with how he got back with the Bulls in that final year. So we have yet to see that in the next episode, probably next week, or unless they focus on another player next week. So yun yung medyo kulang sa tayo na info sa ngayon with the ano yung nilabas sa episode kanina. So yeah, but then again, Scottie Pippen. As sino ba nagsabi? Si David Aldridge ata mentioned in the episode na he was the Robin to Michael Jordan's Batman na was super underrated. Well, being Robin, underrated ka na talaga. But then, all the more he got underrated because of that contract. Despite the numbers he brought to the table every night for a significant amount of time for the Bulls. So yeah, that's another question that is yet to be answered for us, for all of the people watching this series.
Nabasa ko, yun, hinanap ko yung reason kung bakit na sinign yung contract. Ito pala yung time na na-stroke yung tatay niya. Tapos marami sila magkakapatid. So kailangan nila ng financial security.
Okay.
So sinign na yung contract agad.
So rather
although, yung agent niya, even Jerry Reinsdorf was saying, huwag niyang sign yun. Yun yung dahilan.
Yun.
I was about to mention that then he really needed money at the time, although sayang nga he could have had bargaining power pa sana. 18 million siguro taking into account inflation na rin, siguro sabihin na natin mga 30 million na yan today, pero still di ba sobrang baba pa rin.
Yes.
But siguro yun is just siguro para sa kanya dahil na rin sa kung paano siya lumaki in a small community na para sa kanya malaki na yun and tinanggap niya na like it's a blessing. No? Kumbaga sa PBA offeran ka ng 50k a month. Okay, kunin ko na to, that's 50k. No? Something like that. No? They could have made more, obviously.
Siguro ano ba yung tawag doon? Rookie problems. Parang gano'n. Something he got to regret.
Isang hindi ko gets kay Pippen naman. Bakit siya nagagalit kay Krause dahil ayaw siyang bayaran. Eh, pinirmahan naman yung contract na yun.
Oh.
I mean, di ba? I mean, on Jerry Krause's part, siyempre ang goal mo is to get the best players for as little as possible, di ba?
Yes.
And on that point, nagawa niya yung trabaho niya ng mabuti.
Ano to?
Yeah.
Yeah, tama. Ano ngayon? Kasi nag-attitude di ba? Nung the latter part ng episode 2. Nag-attitude si Scotty. Kasi nga po, gusto niyang mapalitan yung contract, parang gano'n. And kaya nga siya contract kasi di ba? Kasi agreement siya. So hindi mo naman pwedeng gawin yun na basta-basta. Mr. Lawyer here.
Diba? Mutual dapat yun eh.
Wala naman silang pinagkulang na documents, di ba?
Oo, may chance naman diyang tumanggi, di ba? Pwede naman hindi niya pinirmahan yun.
Pero I think the counter-argument lang is, kasi in the NBA, there's such thing as contract renegotiation eh. Even if you're signed in the middle of a contract, you can change that. So, siguro, yun lang yung pinanakit ni Pippen after delivering or showing something na give me a raise.
In a way, there was an option pa rin.
In a way, there's an option.
Oo naman.
Yeah. Siguro moral lesson, before you sign something, basahin niyo muna.
Buti. Yung mga cable contract niyo, mga plans sa read the terms and the fine print. Yung unlimited, hindi pala unlimited, di ba?
Tama, sakto. Okay, meron lang mga ibang napansin during the first episodes. I saw some notable personalities. Hindi siya medyo related sa basketball. No? Napansin ko lang talaga. Ewan ko kung napansin nyo rin. I saw former US presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton. So they had the say they had their parts in the series. Pero yung natawa ko, yung sa description sa kanila, si Barack Obama was labeled as former Chicago president. Tapos si Bill Clinton was mas okay naman yung kay Clinton kasi
former
Arkansas governor. So, bakit naman yun yung all the labels that they could give them? Yun yung ibigay nila kay
Laman lang president.
Ewan ko That's one thing I noticed. And of course, yung beret ni Michael Jordan nung nasa Paris siya. The black beret na he was wearing during that photo shoot or whatever.
Napansin niyo ba yung journalist sa France na humingi ng autograph sa kanya?
Oo. Medyo sumayitingin sa kanya ng kasama niya.
Pati ni MJ parang
sila di ba? Medyo nagulat din. Okay, that's for the first 2 episodes. Moving forward, what can we expect from what else can we kasi we all thought na some of these things na we saw for the first 2 episodes didn't really exist with this Bulls team, almighty Bulls team, di ba? Like yung conflict with Jerry Krause, the contract ni Scottie Pippen, ganyan. Okay, what are your expectations for the coming episodes pa? Ako, yung hinihintay ko talaga is yung part ni Dennis Rodman. Kasi, I would think na yung if once ilabas na yung kwento niya, mas magiging animated pa lalo itong series na to. Kasi all the more nung Dennis Rodman in itself is already an animated character and he speaks so
Colorful.
already, di ba? Sobrang colorful na nga. What more
Literally.
knowing the deeper stories, the inside stories, his teammates and he himself have to tell as people, di ba? That's for me. I'm really waiting for Dennis Rodman's story in this whole thing. Kayo?
Sa akin, actually, hindi ko alam eh. Hindi ko naghihintay ako ng napanood yung Tiger King. Kung gano'n ka twisted yung storya ng documentary na yun. Naghihintay ako ng gano'n. Siguro mga galing sa kay Dennis Rodman. Kung meron tayong siguro unexpected character na nagbibigay ng more dirt and magsispill ng mas mainit na tea. Kumbaga. Sa storyang to.
Kasi sa akin, more of
siguro,
diba? Sige lang, go lang.
Siguro something na magpapadumi o more controversial ng image ni Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yung hinihintay ko.
Kasi sa ngayon, we've been seeing more of internal lang lahat ng conflict di ba? Wala pa masyado yung mga external factors, which I'm sure siguro naman meron sila ipapasok dito. So ngayon, more of nasa loob ng team pa lang yung conflicts na pinapalabas sila. So tama, let's see kung sino pa yung pwedeng maging personality na lumabas pa lang. Kayo, Jake, Levy.
Ako, more of the same thing na like what you two mentioned. And overall, just yung being educated. This is a series na hindi natin alam nangyari itong to. And imagine it's the full season. Nakasunod yung crew sa kanila. So what more do they have in film? Malay mo may mga in practice na tutukan or anything. Something like you'll never know.
Oo. Jake?
Ako naman, actually in between now and the next set of episodes, expect a lot more Twitter beef between Jordan stans and LeBron fanboys.
Oo, tama.
And I guess also, since kanina we did see a cameo of the late David Stern, I wouldn't be surprised if they would also give a cameo to the late Kobe Bryant. Like, I think that was the same year they had that iconic duel. I'm not sure. Basta one of those 90s Bulls teams had that duel with Kobe. So
tama.
I do hope that they do spill some tea. They do give us a little more insight about at least one of their duels. I think it would be a great gesture given the events that happened early this year.
Mukhang meron naman. Feeling ko meron din. As we've been seeing some teasers before this one, the series came out, di ba? Pero I think, yung Wizards na si Jordan siguro nakita niyo rin yan. But, yeah, we'll see. So much more to look forward to Hindi ko ang dami kasi nangyari. And sobrang bitin nga nung yung pag-cut nila, di ba? Per episode. Na you just keep on wanting more for it. So yeah, we'll see next week. Ano ba? Also realized nga din na in the 80s, the rookie and sophomore Jordan was in a bad team. Hindi ko na-realize na gano'n pala kalala yung Bulls that time. It's some sort equivalent to a sino yung pinakamahinang team yun? Magic?
Knicks.
Diba? You're like a...
Pero at least hindi sila dysfunctional katulad ng Knicks.
Oo.
Manulaw talaga yung players.
They had Jordan. At least.
Oh.
So, that's one good thing. Gano'n pala kasama yung record nila na...
Oo. Parang Mahindra, sa PBA.
Sino ba yung mahinang team na yung magaling na player?
Or
Early LeBron. Early 2000s.
Pwede.
Yeah.
Early Cavs era na LeBron. Speaking of the beef nga pala, may ano bang beef kanina sa Twitter about the fans? Hindi napansin eh.
Surprisingly, marami.
Talaga?
Like,
Talaga?
Jordan was 1-9, or Jordan couldn't win without Scotty, and mga ganun. And then, of course, yung
It's all natural.
comeback ng mga Jordan fans. 6-0. Your GOAT is
It's all,
straight.
always like that.
Oh, it shows a different perspective to the current generation, eh, di ba? At least lucky for us, we got to witness both, in a way, both players at their prime. So at least for us, we get to appreciate the greatness of both players. Kasi yung mga bata ngayon, siguro yung mga diehard LeBron fans na ganyan na who would fight for LeBron no matter what as the GOAT. Iba yung time kasi talaga ni Jordan when you were living that era. No? It's the feeling eh. It's the feeling that comes along with it. Even if you're 1,000,000 miles away from the US, you still felt that Jordan magic. Just as like how Kobe is and how LeBron is to basketball fans all around the world. So that presence speaks so much volumes to everyone na siguro yung mga diehard LeBron fans nga wouldn't really realize, the young ones at least. So siguro hopefully after this series they get to realize nga na it's a different, it's para ba sabihin yun, so sa logic, hindi siya yung argument niya hindi sound eh. Di ba?
Ano siya eh. Ano ba? Basta, magkaiba sila ng
ibang, yun na lang, yung pinaka
iba lahat eh.
Hindi sila match.
It's pointless.
Oo.
Pointless comparing.
Iba sila
Iba yung style.
Yeah. Let them
Yung style, iba yung rules, iba yung teammates nila.
Iba yung sobrang iba yung
iba eh.
comparison. It's not worth it, kumbaga. It's not worth it to talk about.
Yeah.
It's not
Just
worth it
appreciate
to...
greatness.
Yeah, kasi
Yeah. That's it.
just fans. You appreciate good basketball, you appreciate great players, and being able to witness the greatness of these players na being in that generation to talk about our experiences with those players. It's already special, di ba? My dad talks about the Celtics all the time, and the Larry Bird Celtics, diba? And yeah, it's a good. Those are good stories to hear and to talk about. So yun nga, it's that generation na the experience, and I guess it's their part to share to the younger generations that come along para malaman din nila kung saan nanggaling nga yung evolution ng basketball sa ngayon. Yeah.
Basta yung Jordan LeBron debate na yan, ibang episode na yan. It deserves a separate episode.
Ibang series na yan.
Oo. Kung hindi nagkakamali, ang last na documentary na lumabas bago ito na basketball related, na NBA related, was The Doctor. Yung kay Dr. J.
Yeah.
Around, college pa ako.
2015.
Yeah,
Kung maalala. Parang narinig ko na yun.
Siyempre, not as hyped as this one. Pero legit din siya. I mean, madami rin tayong natutunan from that documentary. So, and I'm sure somewhere down the line, Kobe's gonna have his own documentary as well, or film about his life. I'm pretty sure. And of course, we're gonna be glad to talk about that as well when that time comes. So yun, that's it for now. Unless meron pa kayong dadagdag about the first 2 episodes. Levi, final thoughts?
Okay na, wala na.
Okay na. How about you,
Yeah.
Jake?
Good.
You're good? Sige, Zo.
Bigyan na next week.
We have
Bigyan natin.
marami pa tayo abangan. This is just part 1 and 2.
Appetizer lang to.
Ha?
Yeah.
We're just gonna slowly pace ourselves. Kasi madami nangyayari and it's a marathon in a way. We have 4 more weeks to go to enjoy this 10-part special. So, comment din kayo sa amin kung ano yung mga gustuhan nyo. Tweet us. Enzo Musiquero for Enzo. Jake _Delro for Jake. And si LBJ, your boy LBJ. Double
Underscore.
Good. I'm pretty sure you guys have the same thoughts as ours, or if you want to contradict whatever we said, go ahead. No problem. Again, we'll see you guys next week to check out episodes 3 and 4. I'm sure marami na naman mangyayari dyan. But yun, thank you. This has been Maroon Talk. Maraming po salamat. Thank you guys. UP fight.
Goodbye, UP5.
Bye. Thank you guys.